Hey guys, Jade Arrow here yet again, this time not with a 1v1 like normal, but with a 4v4. And I am pretty excited for this one. This is a fairly high rated match. We've got a wide range of ratings from 1700 all the way up to 21. But to introduce the players, for Team 1, playing to the north of the map, the right flank, playing as the Red Teutons, we have Spring, and his pocket, playing as the Teal Turks, is Jing, and the second pocket, playing as the Orange Khmer, is him. I'm probably just going to call him Orange, because I really doubt I could say that. And Orange's flank, playing as the green Portuguese, is B. Myers. So that's Team 1 to the north of the map. Team 2 to the south of the map, playing as the right flank as the Grey Slavs, is Mr. Full. And his pocket, playing as the blue Vietnamese, is Unguessable. I have to see if I can predict anything he does. I'm predicting archers in Feudal Age and rattan archers in Castle Age. That's my guess. But the second pocket, playing as the Yellow Goths, is MBL. By far the most recognizable player in this game, and also the highest rated. And MBL's flank, playing as the Magenta Burmese, is Buddy. And I think with these civs, I think I like the southern teams' civilizations more. I just think they have a wider range of options. Now, these aren't bad civs for the northern team, but I think the southern team just has a more variety that they can mix in. We've got MBLs definitely going infantry, Unguessable archers, Greys going probably with cavalry and siege, and then purple can mix in whatever to just help balance that out. The northern team, it's a little bit more difficult. Spring is probably going to be the cavalry, being the Teutons. He's going to be going with cavalry. Orange with the Khmer, probably cavalry as well. But could mix it up with a bit of siege. Turks, a bit of a wild card. They could really go with mostly anything, and it's not really obvious what they're going to be doing until Castle Age. So we just have to see what happens at that point. And Portuguese, same thing. Not really any idea what they're going to be doing until Castle Age. So we'll just have to see what happens. And the two pockets for both teams could either be going with Feudal Army or could be going with Castle Age. But in the chat just now, Unguessable just said that he's going forward. So he is not going to Castle, and neither is MBL. He's going Scouts. And, alright, Buddy's gonna go Archers. So we've got Archers, Scouts, and a forward. And we're just kind of figuring out what everyone's doing. Green's going Archers, Orange is going with Scouts. And I still don't know what Jing is going to do. But we'll have to see what Unguessable does with his forward. He's probably going to go forward and make a double archery range on Spring. But Spring is walling up. Main problem for him is walling up his flanks, but he's already partially done that. Or they might just go with attacking Teal in the pocket. Don't know. And Full is just going out with his scout. Unguessable, I guess, is trying to lure in deer. And yeah, he's already got a couple in, so he's just luring those in. And Purple also going out with his scout. Everyone's just kind of going out with their scouts now. But Green was luring in deer. And that's going to help with his scout production in Feudal. And Unguessable is going out with his villagers now. He just hit Castle Age. His villagers are going out. Now, he needs to be careful not to run into many wolves. Though, fortunately, there's really not any in his way. There's just that one there. But other than that, there's really not any wolves that are in between him and either Spring or Teal. There's really not any problem with wolves, but if they see him with their scouts, then they'll know what's going on, and that just kind of blows the surprise element of it. But for now, Spring is just luring in his deer, so he's probably not going to scout it. And Tila's just now going out with his scout. So, Green is walling up. And he's going out to gold. And this is for his archers. I think earlier I said that Green was going with scouts because of the deer. But he's going with archers. Orange is the one that said he was going with scouts. So, sorry about that. Barrick's going up. He's going to put down an archery range or two. And then he's going to be making archers.
Yes.
While I don't remember what Purple said he was doing. I think he said he was going archers as well. And yeah, he's going archers. So, 2 left flanks are going archers. And yeah, free Cardo is what Gray is saying, because Khmer for orange, or no,
Yes.
not Khmer, Portuguese for green, means that their team gets free cartography, which doesn't help this forward that blue is going for, but it can still work. Putting down his archery range now, and this wood line is somewhat exposed. He could just wall this off with some houses or palisades or whatnot. He's also walling up this side, trying to get the team wall going with Spring. And his scout is over here patrolling, which isn't a bad idea. This is where their focus is, on the walling. And so he's just there to see if any enemy units come in. But the enemy's over here. This is where blue is with his archery ranges. And that's really all that's going on. NBL's coming forward with some spears now. And I guess that's because he saw this stable. And so he's going to go forward with his spears. He's going to run into a wolf or two on the way there, which obviously doesn't help with the HP of his units. But, oh, Unguessable needs to keep these scouts away, but nope. Scouts have seen the archery range, he knows they're there, and I guess he's seen that tower as well. Oh, he didn't see the tower, but he can guess it's going up. That'd be the perfect place for a tower. But this tower is going to go up before that one does. And I don't think he'll be able to deny it. But he does have a few archers here. And this does stop this wood line for Teal. And that's really his only option. His only other option is way back here. So that is actually really bad for him. He's over here with his villagers, but Blue can just send some archers over here and hit those. So that is really bad that that tower's there. Because it's definitely going to hinder his wood income. MBL's come forward. He's got 3 spears here. If he takes a good fight, he could clean up most of these scouts. There are some on very low HP. And he's denied that mining camp. He's killed the Vil. And Orange is... Wait. How is that? Oh! Yeah. I was wondering how he's just now putting up a barracks, but when he already has a stable. But the Khmer don't need the required buildings. I forget that because you almost never use that civilization bonus. But they do not need the required buildings to advance to the next stage. So that's how he's able to do that. And Blue is going to get all cleaned up with Spring and Teal both coming in here. These villagers are going to go down. The archers are gone. And Gray is just now getting here with his scouts, but he doesn't have enough of them. I don't know where his production's gone, but he definitely is lacking in military. And Green and Purple are kind of dancing around here with their archers. I can see a few here from an earlier fight. But now this is somewhat bad for Blue. He completely lost his forward. And you can see, based on his score, he's far behind at this point. Going with forward, it's risky. It either works or it doesn't. And occasionally you'll get the in-between, where it kind of breaks even, where their economy is just as bad as yours. But if you compare, like, Blue's economy here with, say, MBL's economy, MBL's definitely in a better position, and he's also advancing to the Castle Age. And I don't know what his plan is. He's probably going to open up with some knights. And we'll see what he does after that. He's not on stone right now. So he's not thinking of going Huskarls. But he's putting down another stable, so he's definitely going with knights once he reaches Castle Age. And Orange did make a lot of scouts, so his castle time is going to be a bit further behind. And we have 2 players from Southern team going to Castle Age, whereas the Northern team doesn't even have 1. And they're going to break in here. Teal and Spring are definitely going to break in. The archers here are going to kill those villagers, and then this house is going to go down. And now Gray's having to wall up behind. He's just now hit the Castle Age, though. Or he's going to hit the Castle Age soon. And I'm not sure what he's going to do once he gets there to clean all this up. I think he's trying to get his teammates to come help him. But Blue is up here with his archers. Can't really do all that much because Spring is fully walled off. He's going around here. He could sit under this tower and harass this gold mine, which would be pretty nice. And the spears and scouts are still here for MBL, while he's creating military back at home. He has a lot of spears, so I guess those scouts from Orange really concerned him. But now Gray's in trouble. He doesn't have any military to defend this. He just now hit Castle Age, and he's probably coming out with a couple knights to try and defend this. But he only has the first armor upgrade. He's just now getting the second one. So these archers could take out his knights, and they can pick off the spears just like that. And Gray really needs help, and Blue is running back with his archers to try and help with what he can. But really, I think the Northern team is in a better position. Purple hasn't really done much with his army, although he does have a lot of archers here. And he is going to hit the Castle Age, he's going to get Crossbow, he's going to get Bodkin Arrow, and then he's going to have a pretty scary army here. That if he goes forward here and attacks Green like he said he would, then you could see a huge fight between these two. Green does have a lot of archers of his own, and he is going to hit Castle first. So we can see a big fight between them on this hill. And Gray now coming forward with his knights. He's got 4 of them with +2. So he can probably just clean up this whole army. However, these crossbow are on a hill, which is not ideal for Gray. And I think he is going to clean up this army. He is going to lose 3 of his knights, though. And oh, he's actually not going to. Those crossbow on the hill did a lot more damage than he thought they would. Blue's here. He can help do damage here. And he might be able to take out this army here. Just a few weak crossbow. But he is outranged, he is out-teched. And now Purple is over here with his army. Green's here with his. And this is going to be a big fight. Green has ballistics, though. He's going to be getting that in a second here. It's going to be a lot harder for Purple to micro this away. They are even on military, though. So this could be a big fight. And I don't know what MBL's doing. He hasn't really done much. He's got a few knights. But other than that, he's more been focused on his economy. And I don't know what his plan is. I don't see any military from him. So I'm curious to what he's doing. And Red is still over here with his crossbow. Spring is just being annoying with his army here. He's picking off villagers. He's denying that stone. And back at home, he's perfectly safe. He's completed this team all with Teal, so they're perfectly safe. Blue is not. Gray, not so much. MBL is kind of open here. But he has come forward with his knights to try and assist Purple. And it looks like Purple lost a lot of his army. And he's going to come forward and build a siege workshop on that hill. However, Orange is here with more knights than MBL and could completely clean up this army. If Green and Orange combine forces right now and push forward, then they could do a lot of damage. Completely clean up this army from Purple and MBL and push forward and start hitting Purple's economy. Teal and Spring are pushing out with their army. However, Gray and Blue are on this hill, and that is really annoying to deal with. That hill's kind of the entrance to both of their bases. Blue not so much, they could just loop around this side here and attack him from behind. But Gray is walled up everywhere else, so the only way they can get Gray's base is through this hill. And they're going to take the fight now. Gray has more knights, but Spring has more crossbow. And he's not attacking with his knights. He needs to run forward and hit them. But I think he's waiting for Teal to come forward and attack from the hill. However, that just means that Spring can hit the Knights with his crossbow, so this is a really dicey situation for Gray and Blue. And I think Blue needs to get just a few more crossbow, and then they need to take the fight while they have the numbers. Teal is coming forward with more Knights, though, and now it's going to be a problem for them. Same thing on the other side. Green and Orange have pushed through. They're on this hill. They're going to break in here. And that Monk from Purple going down, Mangonel going down, and I don't know where MBL is. He's got almost no military to speak of. He's completely boomed. And he's going to be going up to the Imperial Age right now. But I don't know if it's too late. He might just be too late. He's done less with his military and given Orange and Green the chance to come in. And that wall was not completed. And now these Knights are in here. They're hitting all these villagers. A crossbow here, they're killing villagers. And Purple is in big trouble right now. MBL, he's got his economy going. He has the most villagers out of anyone by at least 20. And he's now building his barracks to create those Huskarls. He's getting Anarchy, he's getting all his infantry upgrades. He's going to be in the Imperial Age, but I'm wondering if he's just going to be too late. Purple's in trouble on this side, Blue and Gray are in trouble on this side. And MBL's really going to have to pull his weight around the Imperial Age. But Spring is also advancing to the Imperial Age. And once he does that, he'll be able to get Arbalest. Actually, I don't know. I don't actually know if Teutons get Arbalest. Let me check that real quick. That's not the Teutons. No, they don't get Arbalest. Okay, so never mind. He won't be getting the Arbalest upgrade. But he will be able to upgrade to Paladin, or at least Cavalier. And he is building more stables back at home to do so. And this army's coming over to either join up on this side and completely steamroll through Purple, or just go to MBL's base. MBL is coming out with a lot of pikemen, and he's just now started to get his Huskarls out. And his army could completely clean up these two armies over here, but he needs to make a move now. If he waits any longer, then this is going to happen. Castle on the hill for Green. And that does give him good control over the front of Purple's base. And Purple's just kind of sitting back with his army. He can't afford to take these fights. But out comes the infantry spam now for MBL. Spamming out Huskarls, spamming out pikemen. And he's getting the Halberdier upgrade now. And he needs to move out now, which is what he's doing. However, the Knights and Crossbow are in Purple's base. They're doing so much damage, idling half of his economy, killing villagers, denying that town center. And now Blue and Gray are here to try and fight this. And MBL's coming in as well. This is either going to be great victory for MBL's team or a crushing defeat. But it looks like they're going to surround this entire army and clean up everything. Yeah, all four players from the Southern team are here. They're going to clean up this army. Completely take out everything that Spring had. And now is where MBL is a terrifying force to deal with. He's running forward with his infantry. He doesn't care. He's going full on forward with his units. Gonna come over and build some barracks on this side to spam more. And Spring now getting the Cavalier upgrade, but he has no military left. And yeah, here we go. He's building up his Cavalier. building up a force of them. But MBL is over here with Halberdier. And this is where MBL going up to the Imperial Age early is really going to work out for them. I thought it was going to be too late, but it seemed to come in at just the right time. And now with these Huskarls and Halberdiers can clean up this whole army here. And he's now in Orange's base. He's killed this town center. Elephants now for Orange. Not sure how good of an idea that is. They will do very well against the Huskarls. However, with these Halberdiers, they will be taken out quite easily. And now the tides have really turned. This is really not looking good for Spring's team now. Orange is asking for help. No one can really help him. Teal's gonna be in trouble now. Barracks are up here for MBL. MBL's up on this side with Huskarls. He's up on this side with Army. He's in Orange's base with Army. He's in Spring's base with Army. And he's going in Teal's base with Army. This is the power of the Goth spam. This is why the Goths in the Imperial Age are such a terrifying force to deal with. He's playing... This is a 4v4 game, and yet MBL's all over the place. He's over here with Gray. He's over here with Purple. And now he can just go straight into the economy and do a lot of damage. Orange has managed to force MBL back, though. However, Green's lost his entire front. He's now making hand cannoneers, which is good. He's the Portuguese. He can get arquebus and get ballistics for his hand cannons, although I'm not sure how good of an idea that is. He just uses resources on more hand cannons. And now, Paladins come out for Spring, and he needs to use those at the right places. He can't fight these Halberdier full on. He can't really fight against MBL full head on. But Teal's going for heavy cavalry archer. And as the Turks, they do get, I think it's called Sapahi, to get plus 20 HP on their cavalry archers. Combined with bloodlines, means 100 HP on these cavalry archers. Just now getting Parthenian tactics. So these are really good cavalry archers, arguably the best in the game. However, against these Huskarls, that's not going to work out too well. He needs to fight with Spring, and he's doing that on this side. And MBL, he's got so much to focus on, he doesn't know where to send his army. And he needs to team up with his teammates. Blue and Gray looking to be in trouble on this side. Gray's got a lot of Cavalier, and Blue's come out with a few Ratans. So they might be able to take a fight here. There are more Cavalier for Gray, but now Spring is coming out with reinforcements, and they're gonna take a fight here.
No.
They're out tech. Spring, just with these Paladins, they're so strong. And he's going to be fighting uphill. He's going to be fighting two armies at once. Don't think it even matters. But he's going to run away. I don't know if he feels confident taking that fight. And Purple is now getting Elite Battle Elephant. So that's what he's going to be going for. And he hasn't really done a whole lot. He's just kind of tried to build up from that initial force earlier. And MBL's now in Green's economy. He's raiding there. He's taking out town centers on this side. He's killing villagers. And he's also fighting against these Halberd Archers with just a few Huskarl. However, there are enough Halberd Archers that they can two-shot these Huskarls, even though they only do 1 damage. But now Spring is over here with a lot of Paladin, and I think now MBL needs to focus on attacking Spring. Spring's got too many Paladins for Gray to deal with, even though Gray did get the Halberdier upgrade earlier, and he has the slabs, which do get good infantry. However, he just doesn't have enough to fight this. He's building up his army now, and if he comes over here with them and surrounds Spring, he could do quite a bit of damage. MBL, up in orange economy now, he's taking out more town centers over here. He's still up in green's economy. Green's now drops to 80 villagers. He's falling behind. And everywhere you look, there's just yellow units everywhere. They're up in the wood line here, and he's kind of left Spring alone, which could come back to bite him. Gray's gone forward with a counterattack and has killed a lot of villagers here. And he's idled that town center and all the villagers in there. And he could continue forward. However, Spring and Teal did come back with their army, and they're going to fight this off. And Blue's now hit the Imperial Age. He's getting upgrades for his units. Going to deny that castle from Spring. This is quite a lot of power here. If Spring takes this fight, he's going to take some heavy losses. And he doesn't quite want to take this without Teal coming in. And Blue's also here with his army. However, Spring and Teal do have more numbers. And this is going to be a big fight right here. Here we go. Let's see how this turns out. Halberdiers are going forward. They are taking out this Paladin. The Cavalry Archers are taking out the Halberdier. And there's not very many Halberdier left. And Blue's standing in the choke point of these buildings, which, good idea, can't get surrounded easily. All the Halberdiers are gone, and now Gray is going into trouble. Not as much trouble as Green's in, however. He's surrounded with battle elephants and rams on this side, MBL on this side, and he's going to get entirely cleaned out. And I think the only hope for Spring's team is this army on this side. If they can make a great push and clean up Gray's economy, then they might have a chance. But if they can't do it soon, then they're just going to be overwhelmed. Spring is now going to get targeted by MBL. MBL's running in here with a lot of elite Huskarl, and could take out these town centers, could take out most of his base. They aren't going to do very well against Paladin. However, there are quite a few of them, so he's going to be annoying for quite a long time. Look at all these dead villagers behind Teal's base. There's just so many places to look. There's nowhere to focus on. MBL's just everywhere. He's killing villagers over here, killing villagers over here, killing villagers over here, killing villagers over here. It's just too much. And Orange is calling for GG. And yeah, Spring and Teal have been pushed back on this side. And yeah, Spring's having to run all the way back to his base to deal with MBL. And at the time he's back here, then Gray and Blue can stabilize. This castle's going down. And yeah, it looks to be over for Spring's team. Gray hasn't been able to do anything. He's going to be completely cleaned up. Orange is getting cleaned up. These Battle Elephants are keeping him alive from these Huskarl, but MBL's just all over the place. He doesn't have the military to send everywhere. So, yeah, it looks to be over now. And I want to see a comeback just because it seems like it could be possible. Spring still has a lot of military, but I don't think it's enough. His teammates are lagging behind by quite a bit. Teal's dropped down to below 100 population, and Southern team is starting trade. Spring's team cannot do that, and yeah, Green's completely taken out. These hand cannoneers will be taken down by the Rams and Elephants. And there's just too much to look at. Green's running away, trying to rebuild his economy in the back. And Spring is down here with a lot of paladins. He's managed to take out his Trebs. And it's kind of a stalemate on this side. Problem is, MBL is all over everybody. He's doing all the raiding, his teammates are doing all the fighting in the front, and it's just not good, to say the least.
Wood, please.
There's no way they can deal with all of this at the same time. MBL's just everywhere. And I'm going to close that down just to see the kill-death ratio for MBL. He's killed at least 200 more than anyone on the other team has. And he's just so far ahead right now that there's really not a whole lot that they can do. This is just showing the pure strength of the Goths. The ability just to be everywhere at the same time is so strong. And that's not to say that MBL is doing everything right now. Purple is over here with elephants, which are countering these hand cannons, and blue and gray are holding on against Spring on this side. And with the amount of Halberdier here, there's not a whole lot Spring can do. He's just trying to run. He's got nowhere he can run. He's kind of backed into the side here, and he's trapped between MBL and this army. And he's lost half of his economy. Teal's losing half of his. Green has lost most of his. Orange, surprisingly, is doing okay with his economy. But that's not going to last. It's only a matter of time now before the northern team resigns. And these Halberdier are kind of caught out of position here. Spring's rushing forward. But now he's going to turn around and fight. And with the amount of Halberdier here, they could potentially just clean up all of Spring's army. There's not enough cavalry archer here to deal with all of these Halberdiers. Spring's losing all of his paladin. His entire base is gone. And that's going to be the GG. There we go. He's calling it. Yeah, there's nothing they can do. What a game. That was a great team game. I thought that MBL was just a bit too late to the Imperial Age. Gray was about to be overrun by Spring and Teal. Purple was about to be overrun by Orange and Green. And then Emiel hit the Imperial Age just in time to push back on both sides, relieve the pressure from both of his flank players, and that allowed them to build up their economy and then just completely push back. And that was amazing. What a game. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate every single one of you amazing people, and I'll see you all in the next video.